Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. Can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and I think this is Rob. It's been so long. This is just the guy that answered the Skype call on the other end, so let's hope it's Rob.
17 times while we were figuring out what was wrong with our computers.
Yes, because it had been so long since we had an episode.
We forgot how to internet, folks.
We did. And when you're our age, it's not hard to do.
I'm ready for a nap right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're pushing way almost past your bedtime there. It's getting close. Getting close.
How you doing, fella?
Doing okay. How about you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Kind
of tired, yeah.
Yeah. We've, again, we made this promise that we were going to try to not push it out more than 2 weeks, and then life was like, hold my beer to both of us.
We lost track of June. June just came and went, and it's July 6th now.
Yeah.
So happy Canada Day, happy 4th of July.
Yeah, all those things.
Happy 5th of July to those who celebrate.
Oh, the day after. Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. You 5th of July celebrators.
That's right. Video games.
Let's talk about them. Well, before we talk about video, just a little bit of housekeeping. So, every week we talk about Buzzsprout and how if you go click on our affiliate link, they'll send you, the Amazon gift card and blah, blah, blah. Well, they've made a change to the affiliate link. And now instead of an Amazon gift card, if you buy 1 month of Buzzsprout, you get a $20 credit towards Buzzsprout on your account. So that's more than a free month after. So it's like buying one, getting two. BOGO. Buy one, get one sort of thing.
Yeah.
So if you want to try out this crazy podcasting stuff, even though we take these giant breaks in between, we always come back because we have a lot of fun doing this. So it's a chance to talk about video games and hang out, and if you got a friend you want to do this with, or talk about anything, talk about the stuff that when you meet your friends for coffee, you just sit around and chat about. That's what got us doing this. Many coffees.
Many coffees.
Like, we should put this on the internet.
And we're like, the internet? What's that?
I still got my 9600 baud modem. Yes.
Truth. So yeah, now we're here.
We are here. We are back. And people are trying to message me.
Stop.
Please stop.
It's important things.
Yeah.
Important Ubisoft stuff.
No, we're gonna start with the Nintendo. So in news, one of the things that happened in June, the whole Summer of Games event was in June. We're gonna just cover, I think, two of the biggest. The X-Box event, it was over a month ago, so I didn't think we should bother. The Nintendo Direct was just barely 2 weeks, so I was like, okay, that kind of falls within our usual show span. So that's as far back as I went on news. Because the Xbox event was great. I was super happy with it.
You talked a lot about Starfield. Everything was on Gamepass.
Yeah.
Fable's still a real thing.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for Fable. But let's talk about this Nintendo event, because there's actually some pretty good surprises in here that I was pretty happy with. Rob, stop it! Stop with the yawning.
I was just too excited about the Nintendo stuff. I couldn't hold it in.
That wasn't a yawn. It was.
I'm so excited about it. Let's talk about Pokemon. So good.
Okay, well, they opened up the show talking about DLC for the latest Pokemon. What's that one? Scarlet Violet? Is that the latest Pokemon twosome? Anyways, they talked about the DLC for it. It is called The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Ooh. Next up, we have Sonic Superstars. How did you feel about this one, Rob?
I felt pretty darn good about this one. The idea of having the what was that Wii game? The Mario game. You could have 4 people playing, and you could bop each other off of
the new Super Mario Brothers. I'm pretty sure it was called.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like that with Sonic. It made me happy. 4-player local co-op is just interesting to see how it plays, but I'm very excited.
Next up, we got Palea. I'm trying to remember this one now. It's a chill, free-to-play game where you can enjoy a more blissful, serene life fishing, hanging out around windmills, and robots.
Yep.
They announced that Persona 5 Tactica was coming to the Nintendo Switch. They showed Myth Force, which it looked pretty awesome, actually. And I think if the graphics that they're showing in that trailer onto the Switch, then man, that it looks like a Saturday morning cartoon. It looks like it could be like an episode of He-Man mixed with Thundercats, mixed with all that stuff. And it's an RPG coming to the Switch. They talked about the Splatoon 3 Splatfest, which I think happened already. Oh no, it happens next weekend. And the Splatfest this time is about ice cream. And it looks like whether you like a cone, a sundae, or maybe
option 3.
Option 3.
Looks like a bowl of ice cream, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a gelato. So, they announced Detective Pikachu returns. You know, I really kind of like the way Nintendo does this. I do and I don't, just because of my, just constantly waiting for them to bring out new stuff. But so they drop this, Detective Pikachu Returns, with a release date. How do you feel about that? Like, getting a release date with something? Would you rather know that something's 2 years out and just...
No, I always do appreciate it gives you something to kind of look for. And I mean, you're not expecting an exact date on that, but it's nice to have kind of a plan. You know, October is going to be a busy month. There's a few major games coming out, and they'll have been released just then, but
yeah. Well, this just gives people with a Switch a chance to play something.
Yeah. And then, the next one was probably the biggest surprise out of all of them, I would say, right? That's
yeah, definitely. Carry on.
New DLC for Mario Kart. No, Super Mario RPG. And as everyone was watching, I don't know about you, but I was looking and I'm like, they're going to release it on Switch Online. It looks like it's just getting, wait a minute, those look like newer graphics. And then they're like, it's a complete remake of the original. No one knew this was coming, or if they did, there was nothing out there.
Yeah. And it got a date.
It got a date, November 17th, 2023, where Gino will be back.
So, did you ever play it on the SNES? No, neither did I.
Never did. I've heard lots of people appreciate what it is, right? And it's one of those games I can feel happy for people, but not one I'm going to run out and get, especially at $90. But I mean, it was a huge deal. You know, we're getting all these other remakes of other games, and it's like, why don't they ever do RPG? And there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's I think Super Mario RPG is actually on the SNES Mini.
That makes sense.
If you have a SNES Mini, plug that in and give her a little preview before the game comes out. So then they had a weird part where they actually kind of gave us a couple little previews of stuff far off.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they announced is that there's a Princess Peach game coming in 2024. No other real information.
There's like a little clip of her kind of like waving her arms.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a solo Princess Peach game since the DS. There's a
right, yeah.
I think it's a platformer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I only discovered it within like the last year or two that this game even existed. So
yeah,
on the DS there. So.
Well, she's been staying at home, being a stay-at-home mom, raising some kids.
Are they Mario's kids?
I always figured it was Luigi. I figured her and Luigi, but that was always my fanfic.
Yeah.
It's like Luigi was the nice guy. The tall, nice guy. It's kind of shy.
Well, if the kids come out tall, we'll know.
It's true.
Then they also mentioned that they are working on a remaster, port of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which was the 3DS title, is going to be coming to Switch. So.
Yeah, that was the one that didn't run incredibly well, right? Everyone thought it was a very unique game, but just had some performance issues.
So it'll be also interesting. I never actually got to try it. I never picked it up on my 3DS, but I'm sure there's some sort of touch screen component, right?
That makes sense.
So
in a 3DS game.
I wonder what they're going to do with that. Guess we'll have to see. Next up, they announced that Backman. I'm Backman.
No, Backman.
They announced that the Batman Arkham trilogy was going to be coming to Nintendo Switch, which again, I'm pretty sure all three of those were out on PS3, were they not? So
yes.
So
was the last one PS4? I don't remember.
Maybe it could be, but anyways, those three games are coming to the Switch. Next we have Gloomhaven, which is I believe the video game version of the gigantic board game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, I've heard a lot of people are pretty excited about this. So good.
We're very happy for you.
We are very happy for you.
So happy for you.
Then they talked about Just Dance 2024 edition.
I guess. Why not? They just can't stop getting blood out of this stone.
People keep buying them, man. So
I know.
Did you see? It's kind of jumping to our next story, but the Ubisoft Forward opened with Just Dance 2024, and they showed the contenders in the Olympic event of Just Dance. So somehow Just Dance has become an official, or not an official. What's that called when an exhibition event?
Holy moly!
At the Olympics, yeah.
At the Olympics.
Just Dance. Next up we had.
If this video gets 300 likes, Ryan and I will have a Just Dance off.
Absolutely.
Live.
Yep.
Live. And then we'll both throw our backs out.
That'll be the longest, the 30 seconds of. So I gotta lift my leg like.
Oh, it hurts.
I'm still moving on the floor. I promise. Next up, they showed Silent Hope. Good looking RPG. What do we have? I'm sorry, I don't.
I mean, there's so many Japanese RPGs. Like the last 2 or 3 directs, it's like we're just flooded in them, and I'm happy for people who enjoy those. It's just like there's another one.
Next up, we have Fae Farm, which looked like a fun little, kind of like Stardew Valley-ish kind of story of seasons, that kind of game.
Sure.
Yeah. And then they showed Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, which I think just an episode or 2 ago I talked about finally trying Unleashed 1, and that's actually a really good little racer. So, yeah. What do we got here? Oh, Manic Mechanics. It's a racer.
Yep.
And again, it looked kind of crazy, which gets the manic right in its title.
The manic part, yeah.
Looks like you get to build or work on your go-karts in this racing game. So I guess that's where the customization fun will come from.
Sure. Sure.
Then they previewed a new Sparks of Hope DLC, The Last Spark Hunter. This is what happens when I think I got this game for Christmas or my birthday back in December or January, and we're 6 months in, and I've moved on to playing other games, and I've pretty much forgotten that this is sitting in my backlog. I think when I should have been playing this, I've been playing Advance Wars. So that's my
variety of cheap games.
Yeah, or a variety of cheap games. We'll talk about that later.
Right.
Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince. Had an interesting looking trailer for that.
Yeah, kind of another Japanese role-playing game.
Then they showed some more gameplay of Pikmin 4. And I can wait. This comes out in 2 weeks, man, and I've got lots of other things to play. I don't need this in my backlog too, because this is gonna jump right to the front of it. Like,
did you try the demo that came out on June 28th? Or
I didn't. I have not yet, because I kind of want to go in fresh, because I know I'm gonna play it. I don't need the demo to sell me on it.
Sure.
And I don't want to play just a little bit and then be like, give me more. So right after, this is another big surprise, and this was actually something I wanted to talk to you about. So right after they showed this gameplay, they announced that Pikmin 1 and 2 remasters are coming to the Switch.
Okay.
Oh, did you miss that part?
I missed that part.
Oh, okay. So they were released, they shadow dropped them, the digital versions, right after the Direct.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the actual ones come out in the physical copy, which I don't quite understand how this works, but I think it's in August or September. The physical copy comes out.
And is this one of those ones where you're going to get the physical copy and it's just a download code anyway? It's kind of the Switch thing. So you're just basically buying a case and.
So Nintendo hasn't done that yet with any of their games, because even I got the Metroid Prime, and that's a cartridge still. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. But what I wanted to talk to you about is, do you think, now this is three big titles that were on GameCube. We had the Metroid Prime release, and now we got Pikmin 1 and 2. So do you think that maybe Nintendo's holding off on doing like in their online thing a GameCube so that they can do this and just keep releasing games like for people to buy.
I'd wondered if it was that, or maybe it's that for their online, maybe the GameCube games are just a little too big.
Oh.
I don't. Although I guess they did GameCube with the Virtual Console, didn't they? Way back.
Yeah, did they?
Now I'm second guessing myself.
They definitely
did Wii games in the Wii U Virtual Console.
They definitely did. That's interesting. Huh.
I'm not too sure. I guess we all kind of figured GameCube. Well, would it be GameCube next, or what would you pick next? Now they just did the Advance, so it's like they're good for another 10 years before they release another online. I'm
gonna ask, was GameCube on Virtual Console? Because I honestly can't think of one. Well,
please stand by.
Apparently there weren't.
Okay.
Yeah, there were no GameCube games on the Virtual Console. Yeah, because there's lots of articles here. Face it, GameCube Virtual Console is never coming, and things like that. So, look at that. Interesting. I wonder if it's hard to make games for or port, or
I don't know. The emulation on the GameCube is like it's really come a long way. Like the Dolphin emulator,
right.
Not that we recommend here on the site ever using emulators and ROMs. It should go to hell and die. That's what Nintendo wants you to think anyway.
Yeah.
But it works really well. Like the Dolphin emulator is so emulating the GameCube now should not be that hard of a problem, even on a Switch. And
well, they're showing us like they're bringing these games over.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was like a GameCube remaster. Actually, there was one GameCube game I know for sure came out on the Wii U, but I guess it was a remaster or a remake. Wind Waker.
Was on, fair enough. Yeah,
was on Wii U, but that was a remaster of it.
Right.
I don't know. Something to think about. So, anyways, I'm excited for this because I've never played Pikmin 2. And I've had a copy of Pikmin 2 for the Wii sitting on my game shelf over here for a few years now, and I don't want to play with waggle controls, man.
Yeah.
So, and I've had the alert. I literally get alerts every week from eBay.
Yep.
Look, and hoping that maybe one of these days a cheap Pikmin 2 will show up, and yeah, not what I'm willing to pay for it. So.
Yep. Now, not that we recommend this, but I would imagine the Dolphin emulator, and once you buy the game, creating a backup ROM of it to play it on your computer device might work. Now,
interesting.
That would have to happen in that order because anything else would be wrong.
Well, I own Pikmin 2.
You do, exactly. And not going to lie, when I did my Mad Dog McCree for the FMV series, I own the game on the Wii. I played it on my computer on the Dolphin emulator.
Nice.
Because it's so much easier to use the mouse instead of the waggle controls.
I bet.
And a little easier to capture. Capturing off a Wii it's like you have to set up the Wii. It's like, no. No, man. No.
No, man, no.
That ain't me.
All right, moving on here.
Speaking of ports. And
yeah. So the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which denotes that there's going to be a Volume 2 or more.
Right.
Is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This is the one that starts right at the very beginning with Metal Gear 2, like the NES titles, right?
Snake's Revenge.
Snake's Revenge.
That was the first Metal Gear I played.
Yeah, I think that's my first one too.
Abomination of a game. Awful. Absolutely awful.
So I remember me and my buddy Sean, we rented that game.
Yep.
And, we tried to play it. And then the thing that I think enthralled us the most was the whole cardboard box thing. Where you could get inside the cardboard box and be basically invisible until you popped out of it. That whole thing was amazing. But then also I remember this was one of those games that had like the 20 numbers and letters that you could write down for your save instead of a battery backup. And I remember I think we spent a whole evening messing with those numbers and just seeing what we would get.
Yep.
So that's what I remember about Snake's Revenge. And with that, Rob holds focus.
Back in focus. There we go.
Brent was very excited about this. He's very excited about all these games coming. I would play Metal Gear Solid again. I remember back in the day, I borrowed my buddy's PlayStation to play that game. Rented it for a week, and mind blown.
Now, did I read these right? It also includes the Metal Gear and the Metal Gear 2 for the what was that Japanese computer? The ones that actually Kojima worked on. Because they ported the game, the original Metal Gear, to the NES without him. And he doesn't particularly like the NES game.
Shoot, what's it called? Metal Gear Solid.
Nope, not Metal Gear Solid, just Metal Gear. Computer. It's
Metal
MSX.
Gear Master Class.
It was on the MSX.
MSX. Oh, okay.
Does that collection have the MSX games? Because there was a Metal Gear Solid 2 for the MSX that was different than it actually was like a continuation of the original Metal Gear. And there were all sorts of differences even between the two Metal Gears, like on the Metal Gear 1 for the NES, you're blowing up a computer at the end. If you remember, you just have a bunch of explosives and you blow up the computer.
Right.
In the MSX game, you actually destroy the tank. The Metal Gear.
Right.
Yeah. So it's called Metal Gear Collection.
Yeah, I'm finding a lot of different stuff here. Okay, here is a list. It's got Metal Gear Solid 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid VR missions, the Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Metal Gear NES Famicom version, and Snake's Revenge.
Okay, yeah, so the first two are the Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 are the MSX games.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I've never actually played those ones. Well, now I'm a little more excited. Then I kind of wanted to play Snake's Revenge again. Game was... Interesting. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So that collection's coming, and looks a lot of people are pretty excited about it. Next up was another one that made me happy. My game of the year last year, Vampire Survivors, is finally making its way to Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna say I'm probably not gonna pick it up on Nintendo Switch. I've got a free version on my phone that works very well, and I play it on PC. That's That's probably good enough.
Yeah, you can get overdone on a game.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Next up, we had Headbangers Rhythm Royale. It's a rhythm game that with a bunch of pigeons in it that looked like it could be a lot of fun. So
sure, yeah.
They show the new platformer called Penny's Big Breakaway. Again, looked not bad. They previewed the Wave 5 of the Mario Kart DLC.
Yes.
And Kamek is making an appearance.
Very exciting.
I actually think that comes out next week. I think is the date on that. They announced a remake of Star Ocean. Star Ocean 2, I should say, the second story. Square Enix game, surprise, surprise.
Would you say that game is another Japanese RPG?
I would say that game is another Japanese RPG.
Yep.
Happy for people who play them.
Happy for people who play those. Good for you folks. You're eating well.
We honestly have no animosity towards you. We're just.
I do.
Okay, Rob does. Please send your emails to makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. Next, we had a new WarioWare game.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Move It. So the first real Wario game I played was Smooth Moves on the Wii,
mm-hmm.
and I had a blast with that game.
Yep.
I actually finished that game. You can actually finish it when you I think you basically go through and complete every mini game, and then it takes you to the final pack of mini games. And
mm-hmm.
I actually finished it. That's how dedicated I was to that game. So, but this one, it shows you doing it has you playing with your two Joy-Cons a lot. So, excuse me, has you doing a lot of moving it. Looked frantic and crazy, and I can't wait to pick that one up.
Yeah, we should talk about Switch 1-2-3, the sequel, at some point.
Yeah.
Just thinking that. Sorry, I'm going to put that in the notes for later.
Okay.
But carry on. Just made me think of it.
They talked about the Nintendo Live happening in Seattle on September 1st, and it looks like it's like a Nintendo Con. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
That's what I get from it. So they played it up, and it looks cool. Want to go to Seattle, Rob? September 1st?
Every day.
Then they previewed 2 new amiibos coming in the holiday season. These are for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and it's a Zelda and a Ganondorf amiibo. I was actually honestly surprised that there wasn't a big amiibo launch with Tears of the Kingdom. Because when Breath of the Wild came out, I think they launched 6 or 7 amiibos came out with that game.
I think the amiibo craze was a little bit different back then. I would guess. It hadn't completely. I think it's just the market has gone way down. I mean, there's still collectors out there, but it's cool they have them. I mean, doesn't hurt anyone having them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always neat.
And then Nintendo keeps tying interesting stuff to the amiibos, right?
It's true.
In that Skyward Sword remake, the only way you could do that recall or whatever it was, I haven't actually played it, so I don't 100% know, but a way to recall back to the home base, the only way you could do that was with the amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you unlock the ability or if when you scanned it. it happened. But it was the Zelda and Loftwing? Yeah, Loftwing.
Right, right.
I've got it up on my wall here, so I just took a peek at it. All right.
I've got some Amico games on my wall.
Nice.
Hello. Ah. Sorry.
So then the thing that was kind of crazy, their one more thing, they announced Super Mario Brothers Wonder. And at first it looked like it was just going to be a kind of sequel to the new Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the side-scrolling, like you were talking about earlier, the side-scrolling 4-player on-screen, game. But this one, 2D platformer is what I was trying to spit out there. This one, like, they've taken and yeah, like I don't even the levels look insane. Like it kind of looks like you're on a trip when you're playing. Like
yeah, it's like a drug fueled Mario game. Like you got pipes wiggling around like snakes. Yeah, like never mind. You could turn into an elephant.
Oh, and that was the big drop at the end.
Yeah.
The new Mario suit turns you into the elephant Mario.
It's like, all right, there was some LSD involved with this.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I can't wait to pay $130 for it or whatever it'll be.
Yeah. Because of all the development cost on it.
Maybe you can get it on the new Switch too.
Ooh, there's been lots of lots of rumors about that dropping the past week or two, hey? Like
yeah. No, I guess we got a couple more things to talk about first.
Yeah. But that's what they closed out that direct with. So, a pretty good direct. I mean, not one of their best. I think 2 summers ago when they had the big one when they announced like Advance Wars and stuff, that was the one where I was actually like, hand in the air, fist pumping, like yeah, like just hit after hit after hit. Yeah. But I'm glad to see that there's still some surprises coming,
Yep. Absolutely. And then there's another direct.
Yeah, we're not going to go as in depth into this one, but I did want to talk about. Oh no! Oh, here it is.
Oh no!
Ubisoft had their forward.
They did.
They were very forward about it.
They were.
And so they talked about and showed a bunch of footage of Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Looks fine. Looks like it could be fun.
Yeah.
First person action adventure game. They talked about X Defiant, which is their online shooter that's the right one, right? Yeah, but it's their online shooter that uses all the characters from their games.
Okay.
As the characters in the to use in this shooter. So it's supposed to be a free to play like thing like Overwatch and Apex Legends, things like that. A game I hadn't even heard about, but am very excited to try is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. That looks awesome. Back to its side-scrolling roots. And yeah, looks great. They announced a Skull and Bones closed beta in August. I thought, like, wasn't there like a release date and like you could pre-order it?
See, I kind of thought that. I don't know what happened to it. But it's a thing now.
Yeah. They announced skateboarding as an add-on to Riders Republic, which is their extreme sports game. They announced the Crew Motorfest, which looks like they're trying to compete with, Forza Horizon, Gran Turismo. Looks like they're entry into that series. The Crew games, they seem pretty popular. When I tried the Crew 2, I did not like it. It felt too slow.
Yeah, that's what I always felt with them too.
And
yeah. Nope. So I was just saying, but good for them.
Yeah. They had a big gameplay walkthrough for Assassin's Creed Mirage, which looks like they've kept enough of like the stuff that made the last three kind of popular, but they're really going back to their stealth roots, which is what a lot of people have missed. So that's good. But the thing that got me excited was gameplay for Star Wars Outlaws, which is the new game coming from the studio that did The Division and The Division 2. I put a lot of time into Division 2, and this looks like Star Wars Division 2 in space, but with some more stuff. But I'm pretty hyped for that. It's not coming till 2024, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that.
Yeah, anything in the Star Wars world is you always hold out hope it's gonna be as good as it looks.
Yeah. So next article I have here, I got so many windows open for this one because okay. So even though they promised long ago, Xbox has announced that they are increasing the price of their Game Pass. Looks like by a kind of $2, basically $2 onto every platform. It kind of looks like, like the basic, the ultimate. I think that's the only two tiers.
Yeah, the PC didn't. The PC only didn't get a price increase from what I heard. So. Oh,
okay.
So if you're those people,
PC Game Pass is not receiving an increase. So, you know what? Still the best deal in gaming, and gives me the opportunity to try a lot of stuff. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, and a rare bit of news, Rob. In a rare bit of news, a game is not being delayed, but it is being moved up. Its release date is being pulled in. That game is Baldurs Gate 3. And the reason they're doing this is because of the bloodbath that September and October are turning into.
Yeah.
So they've come from their September 6th release date, they've pulled it into August 3rd. And like that week, and basically within the 2 weeks about September 6th, Starfield and the DLC for Cyberpunk are coming out.
Right. And when's Spider-Man due?
That's in October, beginning of October.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just wanted to get ahead, and good on them because, September and October are looking to become ridiculous. Like anything big is coming out in those 2 months. So
it's gonna be a busy couple months.
What else we got here? Well, I just put here so much news about the X-Box Activision merger.
Yep.
Do you want to share some things first, and I'll.
Oh boy. Well, boy, which one to start with?
Where do I start?
Well, I guess the one that jumped out at us was the I don't remember who said it or how it got out, but there was one point where it was leaked that Microsoft was going to be buying Sega at one point, or offering Sega a buy. To which the rest of us went, "What?" And Ryan went, "I knew it." And
and what Rob's talking about is 2 years ago on our on our predictions episode.
prediction show. Yeah.
I put down everybody. I put down Xbox, I put down PlayStation, I put down Nintendo. All of them were going to buy.
Everyone was buying Sega, and he was almost right. Almost right.
I was so close.
And the other news, I guess, was it was leaked during this. Were the Switch 2 stuff leaked during the Activision Blizzard?
Yeah.
Yeah, something about the development kits for it or something like that. Or
yeah, the development kits are out there. There is another. I've read another thing that this Mexico-based studio has basically come out and said that they have a Switch 2 dev kit.
Interesting.
Yeah, or someone saying they're from that studio, because if you were actually from that studio, you will never get another another dev kit.
Wow, I wonder if that could be too, that someone a company got one to make a game, and then they ended up not making the game, but they kept the dev kit, and they're like, well, we're not ever making something for the Switch. Well, let's get famous.
Yeah, right? Like that's
mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things that came out of this, it's to do with their whole shopping sprees. There was I got a good article here that basically took the juicy stuff.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit. That took the juicy stuff from their acquisitions that they were thinking about. And so they had for Bungie, it says top 3 AAA first-person shooter developer and publisher with proven track record of creating long-lasting franchises. That's the good. The bad is company is known for its high burn rate. They have Housemarque, which Sony picked up when all the studios were being bought up. The good thing is ability to deliver steady flow of content for Gamepass. The bad is its extensive previous relationship with Sony. Yeah. Next up, they had Remedy, one of the last remaining independent AAA narrative-driven game developers. That's the good. The bad is its next 2 games are tied to the Epic Games Store, Alan Wake 2 and Alan Wake Remastered. Larian, they're the developers of Divinity, Original Sin, and Original Sin 2, 2 of the highest rated RPGs of the last decade. The bad is that its development is dispersed between 6 studio locations.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Supergiant was on the list. Strong creative vision and willingness to try new concepts was the good. The bad is potential desire to want to remain indie. Playdead Studios, I'm not sure what they make, but they own their own IP for 2 critically acclaimed successful games, and that's the good. The bad is long development period between each project for what have been relatively short experiences. 11-bit Studios. The good is Frostpunk has sold over 3 million units in a year. The bad is the game appears to be too niche and goes against serving a wide audience. Thunderful, ability to ship high Metacritic scored games, and the bad is has yet to actually create a hit. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's they were looking. Another email that came out, a heavily redacted email. they did get this quote out of it though, and this is the head of Xbox Studios, Matt Booty, in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
This is in the email. If you think that video game content matters in 10 years, we might look back and say totally would have been worth it to lose 2 or 3 billion in 2020 to avoid a situation where Tencent, Google, Amazon, or even Sony have become the Disney of games and own most of the valuable content. So, and then he moves on to speak in context of the streaming wars of Netflix and everything.
Right.
He suggested that Microsoft could double down in the early advantage with Gamepass, because Gamepass was growing already.
Yep.
Content is the one moat that we have in terms of a catalog that runs on current devices and capability to create new. Sony is really the only other player who could compete with Gamepass, and we have a 2-year, 10 million subs lead. So they were looking to see if they could just outspend Sony, right? And of course, Xbox then is like, oh, no, we're not. We're going to keep streaming fair, we promise.
Right.
Another thing. The head of publishing at Bethesda, an email came out that so this is the head of publishing at Bethesda wrote this to Todd Howard, and basically it's mentioning that why if Xbox gets Activision Blizzard, why would their games still be on multi-platforms and we're being stuck just to Xbox? Like, so people in Bethesda are even questioning it, right? Like, why are we being held exclusively to that? So there's
all sorts of stuff coming out because it's all being depositioned and learning all the dirty, dark laundry of the video gaming world.
They also possibly outed a PS5 Slim coming.
That's not really.
Yeah.
Not really too big a deal. We all knew that would eventually come for sure. Once they've sold, that can go along with the 13 PS5s they sold.
Yeah.
They sold a bit more than that. Just you still can't buy them.
Yeah, but just so much has come out of this. There's been just so much to go over, And a lot of this getting leaked is due to somebody was using a Sharpie to redact the documents that they had sent over.
Oh yeah.
Like redact the important stuff. But apparently it wasn't inky enough. And then when they were photocopied, basically the light of the photocopier shone right through the redacting.
Oh no. And now the internet knows.
Just skimming these other ones here, see if there's anything. Apparently there's going to be a Redfall TV show. That was in the plans, if Redfall did well.
Which it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you know what? We can pick and choose for another day. That's
it just keeps on giving. It's fantastic.
You made a note here that you wanted to talk about
did.
Switch.
A game
Switch
that
1, 2, 3?
Might have been the most or the least looked forward to sequel in Nintendo's history.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to chat with you about it because I'm just reading some reviews on it there.
Okay.
Like just the mediocrity, and just like I'd forgotten, but they announced it 4 weeks before it came out.
Right. Yeah.
That's not normally a terrific sign.
No.
You could use your phones. I don't know. I remember you saying you played a little bit of the first one. That's why I was very interested about what you thought.
The 1, 2,
3, yeah, or whatever. Yeah, like it had some neat features and stuff, but it's like it just seemed like it got old really, really fast.
It did. It really did. I honestly only held on to that game to show off the demo of the HD Rumble, the one game in there that did so well, which was you held a Joy-Con and you moved it around, and it actually felt like on the screen you saw a box with marbles in it.
Yep.
And moving it around, the Joy-Con around in your hand, the HD Rumble recreated what it would feel like, and you were supposed to guess roughly how many marbles you thought were in there. And it was crazy. Like, it worked so well. But
I'm just wondering who this game was made for. Like, who asked for this? Like,
yeah, they're just cashing in on the party. But yeah, like you said, looks like they've added games where you use 2 Joy-Cons. They've added some stuff where you can use your phone as a controller. Yeah. Did it come out? Like, did it get announced and come out during our hiatus there?
Release date June 30th. Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Wow.
I'm reading a review.
Not great?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Just one of those ones, because we were talking about all these different exciting Nintendo games, and I just remember seeing this and being like, wow, that's why.
It's funny they didn't show anything in the direct about it, right?
Yeah, I'd be curious how many people actually bought this.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a digital only. Probably is, right?
I guess. I don't know. That's
they sometimes shadow drop these games. That's like, did you know they put out a sequel to their boxing exercise game?
I did actually.
Yeah.
I may have downloaded the demo. Yeah, but that was a fun game. Sales of Everybody 1, 2, 3 Switch, was it?
Something like that. Yeah.
1, 2 Switch. Sales numbers, maybe. How many copies did 1, 2? Okay, well, I see why they did it.
Oh, yeah?
Evidently, 1, 2 Switch sold 3.6 million copies, making it one of the best-selling games on the platform.
Yeah, Metacritic is sitting at a 56.
Yeah. I think a lot of people bought it, and they were like, the original, and they were like, wow.
Well,
this should have been cooler than it was.
Yeah. It should have been a game they just included with the Switch.
Yeah.
But maybe Nintendo was like, yeah, this is no Wii Sports.
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. And that's video game news, I guess.
I think, that's video game news. Oh, we're talking for almost an hour, Rob.
Yeah, let's talk about some feelings. Or why don't you talk about what you're playing?
You want me to talk first?
Why don't you talk first?
Okay. I continue to play Tears of the Kingdom when I get a chance.
Oh, is that the new phone game, or what is that?
Yeah, it's a new phone game. Yeah.
Okay. Is that out for the Apple iOS? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I've been streaming 90% of what I play on our Twitch channel. So you want to see how far I am? I'm just at the first, what do they call it? The first anomaly. I'm working my way through that right now.
So you obviously really like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's like, was I playing it the last time we got together? I don't remember. That's a good question. I don't remember. Anyways, I'll just quick little summary. It's familiar enough from Breath of the Wild to let you just hop right in, the controls, the cooking, the navigation, all that is familiar. But then they add this whole physics game to it with the building, and it's so intuitive and so easy to do that I can see how you can get lost. Like, there are so many videos out there right now of just the crazy, crazy stuff people are making.
Yep. Because
of the physics engine in this. And yeah, it's a true sequel to Breath of the Wild. So you take Breath of the Wild and then you add a whole bunch of creativity. So this is like Nintendo's Minecraft. Is like the best way I can put this. This is their best attempt at Minecraft.
And you get a whole Zelda game on top of it.
And then you get a whole Zelda game on top of it.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you want to check out some videos, like I said, I stream everything. About 90% of what I've been playing. I still once in a while I'll have some time and not near a computer, but I can play in portable mode and I'll play some. I did put together a video and posted it to our YouTube and Facebook page where I would go through and I show you the loot you get from all the different Zelda amiibos.
Yes.
So I have some quality issues with that video, so I'm going to make another one. But I'm going to finish that first anomaly first. I need to get out of that frozen zone before I do it. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, man, it's so much fun.
That's right. A solid at least 6 out of 10, you would say?
60 out of 10? Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, 60.
On a scale of 1 to 10, a 60. Gotcha. Very good.
Next up, I put a few more hours into Timberborne. I know I've talked about this game before, but they just had a big content release.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in and I played a few games, and the game still suffers from the one thing that once you realize it sucks the fun out of the game, and that's right now there's no end to the game.
Oh.
You can build up your beaver towns and, max everything out to the max, and in the end, there's just no reason to do it.
Oh, no.
But the game's in early access still.
Mm-hmm.
And for an early access game, it gives you a lot to do. But once you've I think I looked on my Steam time there, and I was at like 96 hours or something. So it got 96 hours of me before it's done early access. So yeah. But yeah, I went in and tried out some awesome quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
To do the biggest is to do with the districts. And it's awesome.
Oh, right on.
I won't get into it because just go play Timberborne if you're looking for a fun city builder type management game. And last, I got around to watching the Mario Brothers movie.
Right on.
Yeah.
How was it?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
I still need to watch it. I was waiting for my kids to come back from camp and then we'll watch it, but
yeah, it's I I need to watch it again because there are so many Easter eggs and references.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I missed it in the theater, but I picked up a Blu-ray of it, and I think there's a like director commentary type thing in there where it goes through the movie and points out all the Easter eggs to you.
Yeah.
If I read the back correct, that's on there. So I definitely want to check that out. But,
so Peaches, best song or greatest song?
It's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So good. The first time I heard that, I couldn't stop laughing for like 15 minutes.
I know, right?
I was like, I can't believe that's real. So good.
Yeah, in the 5 weeks since we last got together, between work and life, I've not had a lot of time to play a lot of games. So
I understand. Yeah.
Like in 5 weeks, usually I'd have 20 some games on here that I've had an opportunity to play, but
I'd normally be nodding off around the 7th or 8th game you're talking about. Here's another one I played. I'm like,
I'm gonna go get a snack. I'll be right back.
Wow.
So that's it for me. That's kind of my biggest gaming stuff since. Sorry. I'll drop one more thing. Another little plug. As Rob alluded to earlier, I have been able to record. Is it 4? 4 entries into our cheap game challenge.
I think so. Yeah. No, actually, I think you got a couple in the hopper just recently. So.
Yeah. Well, I posted one today and one's coming out tomorrow, or one yesterday and one's coming out tomorrow. So yeah, I've posted 4 or 5 entries into the cheap game challenge there. Mm-hmm. And the rules of the cheap game challenge, they're simple. The game would have to be $9.99 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Or the rules I said, it's got to be two of these 3 criteria. One is the game had to be $9.99 or more.
Mm-hmm.
The second is the game had to be at least 75% off. Or the game could be 25 cents or lower.
Right.
So it needs 2 of those 3 criteria to be tried in the cheap game challenge.
Yes.
They haven't been all winners, but they also haven't been all losers. So check out our YouTube and Facebook page. Just look up the cheap game challenge for games that I've been trying out there.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Rob. What have you been playing?
Yep. Well, beginning of the month there, I was playing some. There were some more Evercade cartridges came out.
Ooh.
So I picked up those and had an Amiga Team 17 compilation, which is we're all right. The big thing for it though was the Towplane Volume 2, which had some of my favorite shooters all time in there, including Twin Cobra, which
yes.
I can't get enough of. I absolutely love that game. I spent so much time playing that game, and it's just it really it's perfect on the Evercade. It's so good. I got to admit that in my later days, like when I first started getting into emulators, I was able to play all the way through, and I realized it doesn't have an end. It loops. I always thought that. I'm like, someday I'm going to beat this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to the end, and I'm like, well, you don't know it's the end, but all of a sudden you're in, it's the first level again.
And it says the princess is in another castle.
And yeah, I looked it up. I'm like, no, the game does not have an ending. And that was a crying shame. But a great game. Just
typical arcade game, right?
Yep.
They don't want you to actually finish a game. They want you to keep feeding your quarters in. And
yeah. So yeah, lots of Evercade. Still on top of the collection. Still have every single cartridge.
Nice.
But the other thing I've been playing now is Ryan talked about a little bit earlier, a couple episodes ago, I think it was, is the Forza Horizon 5 Rally DLC. and I'm enjoying it. I do enjoy the rally stuff. It's the story's not anything to win over. Like it's not as great of a DLC as the Hot Wheels stuff, but the actual racing and it's just another time killer in the game, and you get some neat new cars and some knock over some pinata trucks. It's good. I'll keep going until it's done.
Well, I think the best reason I kind of bounced off of it is that I find it's like off-road racing but street style.
Right? Yeah. I'd say especially the one team, like there's 3 teams you can go with. It's like the one team is all asphalt rally racing, which is a really weird combination. Yeah. But the other 2 are more dirty, more sandy. It's not their best DLC, but having a good time with it.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. Checking off more boxes. more achievements, more cars. More. Yeah. And that's what I've been playing. I mean, I got Gamepass again for the month, and I'll probably try out a couple other things here. Thinking of this weekend, I might have a day where it's just me bacheloring it. I might play some Diablo 4. I'm waiting to see if I'm gonna get into that, because the problem is when I start that game, I'm going to have a hard time stopping it, and not really a casual game I can play with the kids around. So
right.
But I might get into it. Stay tuned. Maybe I'll upload some very late time gameplay. I don't do a lot of the Let's Play stuff. Like Ryan definitely owns the majority of that stuff, but maybe I'll get into it. And my attention span is so small as well. That's the other problem. I'm very much a guy who plays a game and I'm like, that's good. I enjoyed my part, and now I'm never going to touch it again. So, yeah, unless it's ColecoVision or something really old, and then I'll keep going back to it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing, Guy.
Yeah. Got anything making you grumpy, Rob?
My knees.
Again, not gaming related.
No. Not really. Yeah. How about you?
No, nothing really. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. If we think of it, we'll have a part 2 of the podcast. We'll upload and be like, I thought of something.
Oh my God, this is making me so mad.
All right. Well, if that's everything, let's take us
home, Rob.
Here we go.
Take us home. Take us home.
Thank you, everyone, for watching the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. Thank you on behalf of myself and Mr. Cashmere here. And thank you all our grumpy holics all over the world.
Is that what we're going with?
I don't know.
The Grumpaholics.
The Grumpaholics. What you gonna do? So yeah, thank you for watching. As always, we appreciate it. And if you like what you see, and how could you not? Catch out more of our material on our Facebook page. Just look up the Grumpy Old Gamers. Check out our YouTube channel, and you can see Ryan playing through all sorts of fun games and playing all sorts of good and not good cheat games. And watch me subject myself to some full motion video games. And just look at the Grumpy Old Gamers. You can find us. We're not really a big deal.
Not yet.
Not yet. And if you want to get hold of us and just tell us how freaking boring we are and how much you don't like my hair, you can email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. And like I said, if you want to check out Buzzsprout, we got a affiliate link that's at the bottom here, and you can try it out and probably make something better than we do. It wouldn't be terribly hard. Yeah. But as always, have yourselves a great night. I'm Rob. That guy over there is Ryan, unless he's over there. And we'll catch you next time. Take care, and good night.